There's a lot happening at this scene all at once. The utility crews are here trying to restore power. You also have the state police reconstruction team taking measurements, and a tow truck is standing by to get that bus and car out of the field. This is a wild situation that police and engineers are still trying to figure out exactly why it happened, but you can see up there all of that dirt. There used to be a big concrete wall there, but for some reason it gave way and fell off that cliff. What a wake-up call. The car flipped and crashed into the front of this house, and take a look. You can't see any tire marks on the front porch, so the homeowner believes the car went airborne over the porch and smashed right into the living room. This just happened a couple of minutes ago, Kim. You can see police are still trying to block off part of the street here. This is Hall Manor in Harrisburg. Police tell us this man went way over the line in punishing his girlfriend's children. In one case, tying one of the boys' legs with a zip tie and then shackling him to a car tire. There's also evidence Jackson was hiding in this gazebo, because if he were to sit in this chair, on the left side where his hand was bleeding, there are blood stains. So it's possible he sat here and looked out and watched as the police drove around. With the new stickers, all you have to do is scan the QR code with your cell phone, and that will take you to the county's weights and measures database. You plug in a few things and see how many of the store's scales passed inspection. I don't mean to make you either hungry or jealous, but I'm afraid that both will happen, because here we are in the middle of 36 different kinds of homemade sticky buns, and I get the opportunity to try a little bit of everything. With their apartment still smoldering behind them, the Myers family held on to what they still had.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's been my motto for the past 2.5 months, and I guess it's going to keep being my motto.
They haven't had an easy go, and the fire tested them again. As they were finishing breakfast in the other room this morning, the Myers toaster caught fire in the kitchen.
All I saw was orange.
Missy Myers couldn't get the fire extinguisher to work, and her husband Gene struggled to help.
It went quick.
To make things more challenging, he just lost his right leg to diabetes the day after Christmas. With the fire spreading to the front of the house, the family all ran to the back fire escape here and all got down, including Gene, who had to crawl on his stomach to get to safety.
He just did it. It just totally amazed me.
But the Myers are thanking another member of the family for their quick action.
Baby.
Josie, their dog,
Sit.
was the first to notice the fire, and her barks in the kitchen set the family's escape into motion.
The dog, she's the hero. Good girl.
Also heroes, the firefighters who went back into the house to save Gene's insulin and medicine. One less worry for the family as they stare at the big one in front of them. In West New York, Matt Barcaro, News 8. Right now, a tow truck is pulling that school bus out of the field. The Cumberland Valley School District told us 32 students were on board that bus when it crashed into a car. By the time she realized what was going on in front of her, it was too late.
The bus was going really fast, and I knew it was just going to be a disaster.
Ann Hughes happened to pull up to the intersection of Trindle and North Locust Point Roads right when she says a school bus full of teenagers blew through its stop sign, T-boned a car, and then barreled into a utility pole, ripping it from the ground.
All of a sudden, the poles are down, the wires are dropping everywhere.
Hughes, who was a nursing assistant, ran over to the bus to help. She says the students on board from Cumberland Valley High School and Eagle View Middle School were all on their phones and appeared to be okay. The coroner tells News 8 2 students were taken to the hospital, one with a nosebleed and another with a minor head injury. The front passenger in the car died instantly, and the coroner says 3 other people in the car had to be cut out by firefighters. One of them tonight described as being in bad shape at the hospital.
It's not easy to see. It's not easy to know that somebody just passed away.
As for the power situation, the accident knocked out power to about 400 people, but now it's down to a little over 100, and PPL expects those people will be getting power back on soon. Every morning, like clockwork,
Hi, may I help you?
the cars line up, the coffee gets to brewing, and breakfast is served.
Guest 280?
But this is not every morning, and this
I'm excited for them.
is not going to be just any breakfast.
Something exciting is going to happen.
For years now, Monica, Judy, and all the other workers at this Gettysburg McDonald's have made friends with their customers,
Here you go.
and 2 in particular,
Every day we look forward to seeing their face.
who come every morning
They are sweet to everybody.
like clockwork.
Thank you.
And so when they found out the couple is celebrating 62 years of marriage, they decided a basic breakfast would not do.
It's like we're all a family here, and like they've came in and they've joined us.
Hi. Hi.
And when Don and Joanne arrived,
Welcome.
they didn't know what to think
It's something special for you.
and soon realized their ordinary morning routine would be anything but ordinary.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Wow.
The Hinks had a table reserved for them,
You brighten our morning every day.
complete with candlelight
Can't believe this.
and the same breakfast they order every morning. Eggs and a Coke for her, a biscuit and coffee for him.
I don't think they have any customers that are any more loyal than 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year.
And throughout all those breakfasts, all those years, what do they talk about? Well, not that much, but they spend the time together.
We just enjoy that.
And that's what's made this usually happy meal even happier.
Congratulations on your 62 years. Many, many more.
Thank you.
In Gettysburg, Matt Barcaro, News 8. Now on News 8 at 6, tributes continue to pour in for the man who dubbed himself as the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. Plus, the two remaining Democratic candidates for president are just days away from their last big primary in the campaign. But we begin tonight with severe weather. You're taking a look right now at the Harrisburg Sky Cam. A lot of activity out there. Good evening, I'm Matt Barcaro, and I'm joined with News 8 meteorologist Ethan Houston. And you've been tracking all these storms, and it was a long line.
We had a long line of strong thunderstorms that moved across the Susquehanna Valley this afternoon, producing mostly gusty winds. We'll start off tomorrow with some sunshine, could end with some clouds and some drizzle during the afternoon, and highs return to the lower 80s.
All right, thanks, Ethan. And be sure to send us your severe weather photos when it's safe to our You Local page. That's on our website, WGAL.com, and our WGAL app. There you can get up-to-the-minute alerts and see interactive radar right down to your street. So along with the weather, you may have seen today on WGAL the annual Children's Miracle Network Telethon. It benefits Penn State Children's Hospital in Hershey, and it just wrapped up. We're going to go live right now to News 8's Lori Borkholder and a couple other News 8 supporters there to see how it went this year. Hi, Lori.
Hey, Matt, you were here just a few hours ago, so you know it's exciting in this room where we are.
We're going to turn to some breaking news right now out of Adams County. The Adams County Prison just released this mugshot of Walter Mark Smith Jr. to News 8. Police say Smith killed one of his friends last night in Conewago Township after smoking crack together. And police say Smith confessed to multiple people. Police found the body of Mitch Jones in a house on Chapel Road. A black trash bag was covering Jones's head, and a bloody handprint was smeared on the bedroom wall. According to court records, Smith admitted to beating and killing Jones, telling police, quote, "Life got wrong real quick." He's in prison without bail. Friends and fans of Muhammad Ali continue to pay tribute to the boxing legend today. In Louisville, Kentucky, memorials are growing at his childhood home and at the Muhammad Ali Center. NBC's Dan Sheneman reports.
The body of Muhammad Ali is back in his hometown of Louisville. Fans and friends mourning and remembering the greatest. Dan Sheneman, NBC News.
In other national news tonight, Memphis police arrested a man in the death of an officer. Justin Welch also faces charges for shooting 3 other people before hitting and killing police officer Verdell Smith with his car. 2 of the shooting victims are in critical condition tonight. To Southern California, where authorities have cautiously lifted some evacuation orders. Firefighters have managed to hold a wildfire to just over 500 acres, but they're warning that serious challenges remain as crews work in thick brush and jagged terrain to protect homes northwest of Los Angeles. The fire flared yesterday as the area sweltered under 90-plus degree temperatures. To Commitment 2016 now, the California primary has been a major focus for both Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders, and the big day is almost here. The latest polls show a very tight race, and the candidates are promising to fight to the end. Scott McClellan reports.
It's been an endless fight trying to win over California voters ahead of the last big primary. In Washington, I'm Scott McClain.
Television pioneer Nelson Sears is turning 90 years old. Longtime viewers will remember Nelson for his decades of service here at Channel 8. His family helped him celebrate today at Gifford Pinchot State Park in York County. Nelson was a newsman, a pitchman, a weathercaster, and a former promotions manager here at WGAL. Nelson was one of the first people in the country to be on the air in television. He's a true television pioneer, and Nelson, your family here at WGAL wishes you a happy 90th birthday. Coming up on News 8 at 6, we'll continue our Storm Team coverage with a live report and an update to the Storm Team forecast. That's a couple of minutes away. Welcome back to News 8 at 6. Today in Lancaster County, Native Americans were celebrated in Washington Borough. The Blue Rock Native American Festival was held at the Blue Rock Heritage Center, where there was music, food, games, and crafts.
By doing programs like this and even getting donations to help this to thrive and get it to a point where people can come and see our culture and see the way it was.
And there was also a raptor and animal display. To Cumberland County, where the first annual homebrew competition was held this afternoon in New Cumberland. 20 local homebrewers were invited to bring their best batches to see who would be crowned the ultimate homebrew champion. The brewers could enter 3 categories: crowd favorite, judges selection, and best pizza pairing.
The more the merrier. Everybody gets to come out and try their craft, and the best thing about these competitions is the guys and girls all get to see what everyone else is doing, compare notes, see what they're doing, and it makes everybody's beer a little bit better when you learn from everybody else.
The ultimate homebrew champion and overall best homebrewer received a grand prize from Trogs Independent Brewing.
Great weather will be around for Thursday. Could see some passing showers return to the Susquehanna Valley as we head into Friday. So the bulk of the severe weather, that's now well off to our east. Just got to watch out for a few isolated showers or perhaps a thunderstorm later this evening.
But while it was here, heavy
That's
downpours.
right.
All right. Thanks, Ethan. An unusual thief robbed a jewelry store in India, and there's video of it. Take a look. That's a monkey. And it pushed through the door, went into the shop, headed straight to the checkout counter, and after sitting there for a bit, it pulls out a bundle of cash from the register, and it jumps over the counter and bolts out the door. An employee actually runs after the monkey, but it was too late. It made off with $150. Can you believe that?
Wow.
It knew what it was doing.
Got the money.
Anyway, Ethan's back with a look at this forecast.
We cool down and notice temperatures stay fairly comfortable for the rest of the week, starting on Wednesday with highs only in the low to mid 70s, back into the 80s for Saturday and Sunday.
We'll take that. Not as muggy and oppressive
That's
as it
right.
was this weekend. That's good. All right. Thanks, Ethan. And thanks for joining us, everyone. We will be back with more news later on tonight. Until then, have a good evening.